Welcome to Pasadena, California, and the grandest stage in all of college football. And today, the home opener for the UCLA Bruins at the Rose Bowl. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Bollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Mountaineers ready to get this thing started and open the season.
Don't tell me they changed my depth chart again.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The option look. Now the toss. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Downs. Pocket breaking down. Finds his man, it's Jamison. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. Attack. Touchdown, Bruins. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Beal. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Right back to the well.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Flies it up in the air. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him and he's on the move. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum.
Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UCLA.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. His drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Zings it complete to the right. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, on second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. Rides the back on the option to give.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. He leaves it with his back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. And off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll give it to the back. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He now has 61 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. They'll give it to him again. Fighting off the defender. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking to pass. It's down.
Come on,
Out
guys.
in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Finds space on the right. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll go with a direct snap. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Bruins will try to pick it up on 4th down. Motion from the back. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They stop and short the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Toss to the outside. Breaks into the open. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Beal. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together to start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Fuck.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Here comes the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Got his man. Still running at the 40. Into the secondary on the right. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, UCLA. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw it all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Beal. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He's in open space downfield. There he goes.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The give to the back. Got room at the 35. There he goes to the right. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything's done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll get rid of it. Hauls it in. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. First and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Using his legs to buy some time. Fires to the tight end. And they're able to get him on the ground.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. The Bruins really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Downs. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Got his man in the middle.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get some.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. They get him down to this outfit to set up first and goal from the 9. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Looking to throw on third and goal. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball. And they forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
They already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on fourth and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Into the end zone. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line.
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he had it The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Snagged out of the air.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the fourth quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. No huddle here for the offense.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got his man to the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught in the backfield, it's Walters. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught over the middle, it's Walters. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Rush coming in high, and they've got him at the 29. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Shoots it to the left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's got an open man. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down onto Eisen, and they should be able to kneel this one out. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Finds a man on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was they forced the turnover.
Fucking around, fucking around, fucking around.
They open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken.
He'll take the deep shot. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Touchdown, Bruin! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ballgame in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
On the run, still looking. He's going to run it. Makes the grab down the middle. All out of space. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. That is just a punch in the gut for any offense. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Downs. Here's a heat. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.